from the 20. Poly 1st and 10. Aguilar, option, out of the backfield. Matthews, but he is rung up at about the 21-yard line. Still fighting. He'll get a couple more up to the 23. Lozano and Mayweather in on the hit.
Number 34, Benji Matthews. Tackle on the play by number 8, Noah Mayweather.
So we're seeing early Benji Matthews on offense. Remember, we talked about him earlier in the season. He was playing primarily the defensive side of the football, but we talked to Jerron Gilbert, and Gilbert says, look at it come league. Here we are in league, and he catches the first pass of the game.
2-yard pickup to the 22. Palomares runs right into Bustamante, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's something they do very well, meaning Hillcrest, in terms of digging in against the run. Hey, sorry for the quick start. We got a little bit caught off guard. It is the baseball postseason, a little bit of an off-speed pitch, but here we are for you. 3rd down situation for the Bears of Poly. They're 1-6 coming in. Hillcrest comes in at 5-2. Week 8, heavy playoff implications in the Sun Belt. Here's 3rd down. Wales to the near side, near slot Henry. Aguilar going to float the out. Complete to Padilla. He's got the first down over the 30. Tackle made by Nico Bernal. 9-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, just a little slant here, and getting rid of the ball quickly. As we've said all season long, if the Bears can get rid of the ball quickly and get guys in space, they might be able to open up this and get that rushing convoy that they had last week. What'd you say, over 200 yards on the ground?
Padilla in the near slot. Dominguez Wales split out to the near side. 20 personnel, 2 running backs, no tight end. Here's Padilla on the end around, trying to turn the corner. He will not. Mayweather was there for contain. I think stepping up, Bernal ultimately made the tackle. Mejinas was also around the area and maybe a yard on the play. 2nd down. Big boys up front for Poly. We'll go through another look at it here. Trying to set the play up to the outside. Good job by the defense, Jeff. Everybody kind of manned their lane. 2nd down and 9.
Well, they're putting 4 up front and man-to-man on the outside.
Palomares had a big week last week. He runs right into Bustamante. Surges up. They're going to give him the 34-yard line. So 2 yards on the play for Palomares. And you're correct, Jeff. 207 yards last week and a couple of touchdowns against Rancho Christian. That was a wild and woolly one for Poly. They ended up losing 42-36.
Well, I'll tell you what, we had a chance to watch Rancho Christian last night, and their quarterback to receiver might have been the 1-2 punch I've seen in the Inland Empire in a long time. But, man, this Poly team, like I said, 1-6, but have been in a lot of close games this season.
2nd, 3rd down option. They converted their first 3rd down. Aguilar has time, looking over the middle. He'll throw over the middle and dislodged. Lozano there along with Richards. And slow to get up. Was that Padilla? No, that's Joshua Dominguez Wales. The intended receiver brings up 4th down.
I do like, though, they're going right down the middle. And he did take a shot there.
By the way, we are here at Wheelock Stadium, so I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some. We'll give you a little note here after the punt. Maddox long will kick it away. Looks like Nico Bernal deep, waiting at the 30-yard line of the Trojans. So the defense holds for Hillcrest. Long has the kick blocked. Rolling towards the end zone. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Karam Salama. Touchdown, Hillcrest off the block punt. I'm sorry, instead, that was Nana Osai. 45, not 43. The block and the score. Osei with the touchdown.
And I'll tell you what, Gazal, that right side of the line was in so quick. And we talk about how important special teams are every single week. That is a big one on defense.
Well, if you're not going to catch the punt, Jeff, block the punt.
Exactly.
Again, sorry, we got caught a little bit off guard here. The official started the game about 4 minutes early. The PAT is up, and it's good.
No good.
Off the foot of Emar Solis, so he misses it.
Yeah.
So special teams both ways. Here's a look at the punt and the block.
Everybody went to the right. Nobody blocked the left side of the line.
So Osei, Zaya Guerrero also in on the collapse, and Osei picks it up for the touchdown. Nana Osei with 6. And so we'll do it all over again. 8:26 to play in this one here in the first quarter. And we mentioned it's week 8. Everything has playoff implications, Jeff Gorham.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. And if Poly is going to get in that playoff picture, they have to get the victory. They've got to win one here.
We mentioned that, or maybe we didn't mention because we didn't run the open, but so Hillcrest comes in, Jeff, 5-2. Both their losses to undefeated teams. They've lost to Hemet and to Ramona. Both those teams are 7-0. Well, Poly's 1-6, yes, and you are what your record says you are, but the teams Poly has lost to, Jeff, they have a .750 winning percentage.
And they've played some tough ones. Poly had that revenge game against Ramona.
I mean, they played Ramona, they played Hemet, they played Rancho Christian.
They have played some monster teams.
And this Sun Belt League is going to be tough. Solis booms it. Michael Gaines ranging over, and it's into the end zone.
And talking about the Sun Belt League really got a lot stronger because...
Oh, no joke. But the Ivy, too.
It really, when you add Hillcrest and you add Arlington, and honestly, I was the first guy to jump on the Arlington bandwagon. After saying they weren't going to be very good, Argamosa did a great job, brought in... he brought in a running back, turned him into a great quarterback. He's got a great receiver, and that offensive line is one of the best I've seen all season long.
I mean, Coach Argamosa was an offensive lineman, so he knows that part of the game. From the 20, it's 1st and 10 for Poly. 6-0 Hillcrest on the blocked punt. Here's the give to Palomares. Guerrero, no, it's a fake. Aguilar keeping it, but Bernal upends him. He'll get over the 20 to the 22-yard line. First run for Aguilar.
Aguilar, great fake. He just wasn't quick enough off of that. Watch it. You see here. Sells it.
And we've talked about Victor. We were talking to Daryl Hansen before the game, and, we watched Victor early in the season last year, and then we saw him later in the year in the playoffs, and the level of maturity. I mean, and that's, if you're a coach, you got to be smiling.
Yes, you do.
Got to be smiling if you're a coach. That's what you want to see. You want to see development. 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard pickup. Game's up front, and here comes the flag. Did they move or did they flinch? And it's going to be a false start. First penalty of the game called on the Bears. So Wheelock Stadium, Sun Belt League action, Week 8 between Hillcrest, who's 5-2, and Poly 1-6. 3rd week of league play. Aguilar flings it out. Devontae Cruz Davis, and he brought down. The initial hit was Joshua Garcia, and then Noah Mayweather showed up. They'll mark it up to the 25-yard line, so a 7-yard pickup brings up a 3rd and 5.
How great is it, though, to be here on a Friday night? We've had 2 of these this year at RCC, Wheelock Stadium. What a place to watch high school football.
All the history in this building going way back. I'm sure you have personal account of it all. Here's the 3rd down play. Aguilar's got time. Now it closes up. Mejinas coming from behind, the flag thrown. He'll just burn the down. We'll see what the flag's all about. And it's going to be a hold against Poly. Our white hat today, Larry Martinez. They're going to decline it and allow it to be 4th down. So the punt team back out, and last time this happened, Hillcrest capitalized on a block punt. So 6:40 into this one. Hillcrest hasn't seen an offensive step. They're already leading 6-0. There's Nico Bernal. Had an older brother, Nathan, who played, I think, for John Brandon back when Coach Brandon was running the Hillcrest program.
See if they can block the line this time and keep it safe.
And another issue on the kick. Here's Long going to turn upfield, and he's going to get a first down. Up to the 41-yard line, a 16-yard pickup by Maddox Long. Finally tackled by Ethan Ramirez, and a fresh set of downs for Poly.
Hey, we've seen him do that a few times this year.
Did it against John W. North.
Very super athletic young man.
So I don't know if that was designed or not, but either way, he gets the first down. And Zaya Guerrero, no joke. That's a linebacker who's third leading tackler for Hillcrest, so he got away from a pretty sure-handed guy. So first down, Poly, new life. They trail this one 6-0. Hillcrest will have to wait a little bit longer to get the football. Aguilar. Padilla. Right at the line of scrimmage, Zaya Guerrero with the tackle, so complete pass for a short gain.
Tackle by number 32, Zaya Guerrero.
Another look.
And just like, we always talk about fundamental football, and if apple doesn't fall too far from the tree from Ramona down to Hillcrest, where Ken Mashinsky was Travis Carter's football coach up at King. A lot of the same principles used, I'm sure.
2nd and 9. Aguilar pulls it down. He'll float it out. Bobbled and finally caught up to about the 47-yard line. That's Devontae Cruz Davis. So give about a 5-yard pickup. Brings up third down.
Number 7, Devontae Cruz Davis. Tackle by number 27.
So here we are under 5 minutes, and we have yet to see Hillcrest play offense.
I mean, Aguilar, watch the film, and obviously that's the great thing is all our games are archived on YouTube. Go back to last year and watch him in those games against King and Ramona and look at his footwork, his poise, his vision. Really grown up before our eyes the last couple of years. Option, RPO here. He'll pitch to the outside. Here's Palomares. Palomares runs headlong into Garcia, and they'll move up the sticks. He gets into Hillcrest territory.
Had a great play, getting rid of the football right at the correct time to move. Watch this. The defense does not get to him, and he realizes he can get an extra few yards right there. Perfect timing to get rid of the football.
Yeah, well executed by Aguilar. Wait till that end committed to him before flipping it over to Palomares. Baseball player who's joined the Poly football team. First down and 10, 48-yard line of Hillcrest. Give right up the middle. And down he goes. Palomares tackled there. Making the play is Melvin Alfaro.
51, Melvin Alfaro.
Get a look there at Joshua Garcia.
Got good flow, as they say.
Yeah, a couple of the guys for Hillcrest. Fajardo's got the nice flow. Bernal got it. So trips formation. Henry Cruz Davis out the top with Joshua Dominguez Wales. Padilla split out to the near side. Option, Aguilar is going to keep it. Victor Aguilar over the 40 and finally tackled inside the 35. Bernal grabbed him around the ankles. That's the only thing that stopped him. He goes all the way to the 32-yard line. About a 15-yard pickup for Aguilar.
Now, just like the previous time he faked it, he got rid of it quickly and got that first step. And great blocking from the big boys up front to create that giant hole just inside of going outside.
Just speaks to the maturity of Victor Aguilar, just the experience that he's had with Poly. Bears trailing this one 6-0, methodical drive. Aguilar going to throw to the outside. Cruz Davis comes down with it inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A 4-yard reception for Cruz Davis. Another look at it.
And Aguilar escapes. Perfect throw to the outside to the receiver.
2nd down and 6. Line is the 28 for Poly. Games up front for Hillcrest. Rolling to the right side, Aguilar. Pulls the trigger, complete to Cruz Davis. 1st down to the 14.
Pass complete to number 7, Devontae Cruz Davis.
Devontae Cruz Davis has an NFL name, and he's playing like an NFL receiver tonight.
Another look at it. And again, Aguilar at the controls, just executing, orchestrating.
And
Bumped out of bounds by Ramirez for Hillcrest.
a cross route by Davis.
Trips to the top of the formation. They'll fling it to the outside. Here's Henry. Henry with the catch. He's inside the 10-yard line. Lozano there on the hit. He got some help from Bustamante. Marked the ball to the 8-yard line, 6-yard pickup.
Number 81, Matt Henry.
We talk about receivers making big blocks here. They set up the screen. If he had gone inside, he might have gone to the house, but those receivers doing some blocking up front.
Almost to the end of the first quarter here, 2nd and 4. They can get a 1st down at the 4-yard line, can the Bears. Aguilar's going to keep it. Aguilar to pay dirt. Touchdown, Bears. 8-yard touchdown run for Victor Aguilar to cap off an 80-yard drive.
And I'll tell you what, he is really selling the fakes. I mean, that Hillcrest defense is jumping at every handoff, fake handoff that Aguilar's given to him.
So here's Long on to try the PAT. 6-6. Whistles and flags won't count. Let's see what the flag is.
Offsides against the Trojans.
They'll re-kick it here. And they blocked the PAT. Guerrero came through and snuffed that one out. So 6-6, take another look.
By number 9, Maddox Long was blocked.
Well, here's the drive. Long was, this is a big play here. Getting the 1st down. I don't know if that was designed or a broken play. Either way, the result positive for Poly. And Aguilar, what a great job executing this drive. Had a little bit of help there. Devontae Cruz Davis playing the bobble. And then Aguilar taking care of it himself. He had 23 yards rushing on the drive. Again, escaping pressure, making the completion. Nice catch there by Cruz Davis. And then here's the touchdown at the end of it through the tackle of Bustamante. Touchdown, Poly. 80-yard drive. It just goes to show you Victor Aguilar definitely taking command of that one with a little bit of help from Maddox Long.
If you're just watching his body language, his confidence, I mean, you can tell he's feeling good. He's feeling good, and guess what? Looking super. Good to see you again, Gazal. We had a great one last night. We missed you. As we had, like I said, Rancho Christian Arlington.
Yeah, disappointed John Rice didn't bring out more Iago references, but other than that, you guys were great. I got to listen to I got to watch the whole 4th quarter. I got home in time. Little pooch kick. It's loose. Still loose. So it's going to be a penalty on Poly. I believe the Bears did recover it. Now Larry Martinez consulting with his back judge.
Yep, offsides.
So we'll re-kick it in the spirit of John Brandon. So we're on this field, so I want to mention it. So there are a couple of Friday night college games tonight. One of
There
them,
is?
one of them involves our buddy, John Lafayette Ramey up in Nevada. He's calling one tonight. We talked earlier today. But Jake Retzlaff playing tonight for the 6-0 BYU Cougars, relevant to our discussion because he played right here at RCC for Tom Kraft.
Well, he's my second favorite quarterback here at RCC. My guy last year, though, Jordan Barton, my all-time favorite, just because I still talk to him.
Oh, okay, good.
Playing up at Sac State. But no, Retzlaff, what a good player. I mean, 6-0.
He's playing really well. There's a great battle between him and Noah Fafita of Arizona a couple weeks ago. And talk about feeling old. I called Fafita's game in high school, and I called Retzlaff's game here at RCC. Any event, 6-6 between Hillcrest and Riverside Poly. This one should be a good one. Key Sun Belt League matchup. Both these teams really need a win from the 6-yard line. Bringing it out is Sandoval. Our first look at Juju. He swims up to about the 29-yard line. That's where they'll start it. 1st and 10 for Hillcrest.
Yeah, Julian Sandoval, one of my favorite football families in Riverside.
Sandoval will start off in the near slot. Split out to the far side, Hudson Nguyen. Bottom of your screen is Nicholas Shaw. Now, no Matt Ramos tonight. So getting the start, Dylan Bailey, the sophomore, completed 11 of 18 passes last week against Hemet. Now, keep in mind, last week, he didn't get really any reps in practice outside of the scout team. This week, he and Alexander Villasenor split the reps, according to head coach Travis Carter. And then not an auspicious beginning. The first offensive reps for Hillcrest with a false start. Move it back to the 24. So Juju in the near slot. Going to watch him. First down, they'll give to Fajardo. Louis to the outside. Louis churning up over the 35. They'll mark him to the 38-yard line. So 14-yard pickup just short of the first down.
Boy, he is fun to watch. He's hard to find, but he's fun to watch among the trees.
I mean, great story. I've told it before, and Travis Carter explained to me, that Louis kind of had his ups and downs both on the field and off the field. And Travis was just happy that he made the team. And a bad snap over Bailey's head. He'll just fall on it at about the 13-yard line. Huge loss for Hillcrest. So mark it back to the 14. There's a flag down on the play. Oh, wow. So they're going to get a big chunk of that yardage back as Poly is going to get flagged for a personal foul, unsportsmanlike, a 15-yarder. But, getting back to Louis Fajardo, when I was talking to Coach Carter before the season, he said, I was just so happy the young man and get a look at the play. Just a bad snap, and discretion the better part of valor. Bailey just falls on it. And then there's the flag right there as Fajardo takes a tumble. And that's the end of the first quarter. So 6-6. I'll finish the story on Louis Fajardo. So Coach Carter was telling me, he'd been up and down, kind of played with us as a freshman, and then was back and forth the last couple of years. And he said, listen, his senior year, I was just happy that he was back with the guys. I was happy he was at practice every day and, seemed to be having fun and back with his friends. And then he said, he kind of turned into a bit of a leader for us. So he started to get him on the field a little bit more. And then obviously the last couple of weeks with Vences down, he'd played really well. Last week, Fajardo went out and ran for 165 yards against undefeated Hemet. How about that?
That's not a bad game.
Love hearing those positive stories come, from the likes of Travis Carter and Hillcrest. And kudos to Louis Fajardo, man. Next man up, no Vences today. He's the next man up for the Trojans. Had a nice 14-yard run, and now it's third down. So McDowell in the near slot. Far slot, Sandoval. Shaw split out to the far side. looking back to his coach, Travis Carter. Third down play. Throwing, complete. That's Shaw in the middle of the field. Tackled at midfield after the first down. Making the tackle for Poly, Nathan Ramirez. So about a 19-yard pickup, move the sticks. Another look at it.
Doesn't look like a sophomore to me. I mean, that is a laser. Throws to the inside, outside of the defender. Great throw, great lead pass.
Fajardo into Bears territory. Tackle by Paul Robles. So about a 4-yard pickup for Fajardo. So McDowell in the trip spot on the far side. Split out to the near side when. Shaw, McDowell, Sandoval. Bailey rolling. Chased by Matthews. Gets away from Benji. And then he'll just step out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So a 3-yard pickup makes it third and manageable.
Well, that's rare. Benji Matthews not getting his guy.
Another look at it. Yeah, had a shot at him, just missed him. So defensive end Garrett Etch not playing today. James Amori lining up in his position right now. Here's the handoff. And that's going to be a first down.
Hey, Fajardo is powerful. He's got some strength behind him.
So Fajardo up to the 35-yard line. Another 9 yards for him. James, we just mentioned his name entering the game. Also see Ever Jimenez up on that front four. Fajardo right up the middle. Running behind Beltran. Hurdles over the 30. They'll mark him to the 28-yard line. 7 more yards for Louis Fajardo. Louis. Yeah, the old Animal House, right? The Kingsman. Nice kick-out block. That was Stubner opening some space on the outside. And finally getting a hold of him was Ryan Sanchez for Poly.
I thought you said Lubner. You remember Lubner?
Stubner.
Remember Lubner, though? Lubner on Saturday Night Live.
Fajardo again twisting like a dreidel inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. 5 more yards for Fajardo. MJ, Michael Gaines Jr. making the tackle. His dad came up and said hello. Strong, the starting safety for Poly. Older brother played for your friend Ken Batdorf over at Novi.
He's had a bunch of them over at Novi. His daughter is a all-state track runner here at Riverside Poly as well. 1st and
10, line is the 23. Little change of pace. That's Bustamante. He'll get inside the 20. Robert Bustamante with about a 4-yard pickup. So a little bit of a change of pace from Fajardo. They'll give it to Bustamante with the absence. He joined us late. Alfredo Vences not available today. 2nd down. Neither is starting quarterback Matthew Ramos. Sandoval in motion. Bustamante running between the tackles, ridden down by Benji Matthews inside the 15. They'll mark him to the 13-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Bustamante. 1st down, sticks move up, clock continues to move. Sustained drive here. Bustamante lowers the shoulder. Robles making the tackle inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. 4-yard pickup. Shaw to the far side, far slot Sandoval. Wynn split out to the near side. Right up the middle. Bustamante twisting into the end zone. Is he in?
Trojans touchdown.
Touchdown.
Scored by number 5, Robert Bustamante.
So Bustamante to pay dirt. 71-yard drive accentuated by the Bustamante run. And Travis Carter going to go for the 2-point conversion. Or will he?
He said, nope, we're going to change it up.
I was talking to Joshua Mason and Ahmad Noor, a couple of the assistants for Hillcrest for the game. We're just talking about how Travis Carter, kind of how he calls the game. He's got the strategy, but he also understands kind of rhythm and flow a little bit, like his mentor, Ken Mashinsky. Solis the kick, and this one is good to make it 13-6.
Lamar Solis is good.
So a little bit of, you're joking about the tush push. Noe Zuniga kind of riding in on that touchdown, kind of pushing the defender forward. That was Devin Harden kind of ridden down with Bustamante. And, the big boys up front doing a great job. Vallejo, Davis, Beltran, Stubner, Alfaro across. And, of course, I mentioned Zuniga on that play. Interesting that with everything going on, Hillcrest just kind of ran the ball between the tackles, Jeff.
Just methodically, just like Poly did.
Yeah, it's kind of what you'd expect from the Bears, but Bears maybe a little more nuanced. You have the more experienced quarterback. So Aguilar was able to do a few things on that drive. 13-6 in favor of the Trojans. Now we'll flip it around, and Poly gets the football back. Solis to kick off. Gaines and Henry deep. Gaines from the 9. Trying to find the corner, turn the edge. Through contact over the 30 to about the 34. So a 25-yard return. And 1st and 10 from Poly from the 34. We were talking before the game. So Poly, over the first 4 games of the year, are allowed an average of 17 points per game. And I think we did that Ramona game. We talked about in the 18 games to that point that Jerron Gilbert had coached, the Bears had only given up more than 21 points 4 times, twice to Ramona. The last 3 games, though, they're giving up an average of 43 points per game and nearly 500 yards. I think it's 494.7 yards per game, which obviously you don't like, but the offense has been better.
Yeah, I mean, they're scoring. I mean, that's important. They ran a great, the entire first quarter on that drive.
From the 34, it's a 1st and 10 for the Bears. Play fake. Aguilar complete to Henry. Josiah Richards going to try to lasso him down, but he gets to midfield. A 16-yard pickup.
And that is the key, I think, on defense is that Josiah Richards, very athletic. We saw him in his debut for Hillcrest. He's one of those guys that can change the game.
9 for 11 thus far through the year for Aguilar for 65 yards. He's also run for a touchdown. 2nd catch for Henry. So very accurate. He was 17 of 19 last week was Aguilar. Palomares, who had 200 yards last week, he's still going. Lozano finally brings him down after about 15 yards.
And what Palomares does so well is he doesn't just try to find a hole. He runs behind his big boys, then anticipates and makes the cut off of the block. Very good running as a running back. He's not trying to sprint up the hole. He's using his big boys.
1st and 10 from the 34. Palomares pinned down inside the 30. They'll mark him to the 27-yard line, so 7 more yards. A good run there. Another look at it. So Bernal gets down, and then Beltran comes in over top for Hillcrest, but not before 7 yards are gained. 2nd down coming up. Gaines now in the far slot. Wales to the far side. Henry to the near side, and they got Benji Matthews lined up as a tight end, and the Trojans jump. Second foul or penalty on Hillcrest. They've been penalized for 10 yards.
And that'll be a first down.
So big boys up front for Poly. Marco Morales, Cupertino, Herrera, Ryder Calderon, Tristan Clark, and Andre Johnson. No Austin Templeton today. We already mentioned they're without Garrett Etch on the defensive line, without their right tackle Templeton on the offensive line, but doesn't seem to be any ill effects. Andre Johnson has flipped out to that side. Marquez running inside, maybe to the 20-yard line, a 2-yard pickup on the play. Sorry, that's Martz, Jordan Martz.
Jordan Martz, ball carrier. Tackle by number 55, Jose Beltran.
Beltran had a hand in there, as did Gustavo Martinez for Hillcrest. And again, Poly moving the football. They started back at the 34-yard line. They're in the red zone. Second down. Wales split out to the far side, gains in the near slot. Henry split to the near side. Palomares after a brief respite. Cruz Davis lined up as the H-back, little misdirection, and nobody got fooled. Beltran just riding the play, waiting for Palomares, and he blows it up. Jose Beltran with the tackle.
And Hillcrest started with 3 on the line and brought a couple more right before the snap. Really collapsed on both sides. Defensive ends did a great job there.
When you execute the misdirection, you really got to execute it, because sometimes the delay helps the defense. I think in that case, Beltran just sniffed it out all the way. Third down. So Wales to the far side, gains in the far slot. To the near side is Henry. H-back to the near side, Cruz Davis for Poly. Here's 3rd and 10. Aguilar, quick throw, looking for Henry one-on-one. And there's Mayweather. Did he pick it? He caught it, but he did not stay in bounds.
Pass intended for number 81, Matt Henry. Defending on the play, number 8, Noah Mayweather.
So one-on-one cover. That's a good matchup. Henry and Mayweather. Just knocks it down, and he can't quite hold it. So here we go. Maddox Long's in there. Going to try a 39-yard field goal. They've already blocked a kick today and an extra point. And they block it again. That's Guerrero again. Zaya Guerrero flying in. If we were on Twitter, it would be special period teams, period. Because special teams doing the job for Hillcrest tonight.
Man. They're blocking all over the place.
The block party. I'm waiting for, the late great Dikembe Mutombo to wave the finger. I mean, that's a PAT and a field goal blocked by Guerrero. So 4:11 to play till the second half. Remember, Poly got the ball first, so Hillcrest gets the ball to start the second half. Let's see what they can do here. Here's Fajardo dragging tacklers up to about the 30. Louis. So Shaw to the far side. Far slot's going to be Sandoval. And then McDowell. Now they're going to switch Juju. So 2-by-2 for Hillcrest here. 2nd and 5, clock moving. Bailey throwing to Sandoval. Juju trying to get outside. He'll maybe get up to the 34-yard line. A cavalcade of Bears over there. Michael Gaines got over there, as did Leon Shorter, to make the tackle on Sandoval, his first reception. He'll get up to about the 34-yard line.
Poly's adjusted well to that defense into the flat.
So not much of a gain for Juju there. 4 yards on the play, up to the 36. Here's Fajardo. Looks to have the first down.
the ball carrier, tackle number 2, Michael Gaines.
Michael Gaines Jr. comes over and makes the tackle, but not before the sticks move up.
Gaines makes a big tackle on Fajardo.
Nice block there by Zuniga, and then here comes Gaines. Downfield blocking was McDowell, but Gaines cuts in front of him, but not before the first down. 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Juju in the flat. Sandoval over the 40, about the 43-yard line. I think that was Williamson who had him around the calf.
Jacob McDowell with a nice block there to get that gain.
About 5 more yards for Sandoval. Up to the 44-yard line, 2nd and 5. Clock continues to move.
I'd love to see Hillcrest try to take the top off the ball here and go over the top. Let's see.
Looking for Shaw, one-on-one coverage with Padilla, incomplete. 3rd down coming up. Make sure you stay tuned at halftime. We're going to have a special feature, a preview of the pep rally with the great Pep Fernandez.
He's going to join us. I'm not going to be on the pep rally tonight, Gazal.
Really? Who is that? Who's going to do it?
You,
No, I can't.
John Rice, Pep Fernandez.
So we got a 3rd down going on here. Split out to the bottom of the screen. It's Brooklyn Hughes, 6'5" wide receiver. And whistles and flags. And that could be costly if it's on Hillcrest.
Yeah, I'm not. This is the first time I've missed. I'm a little sad. I never like to miss a party.
Well, you missed one last year. We were just fine.
Were you just fine?
We were just fine. We were having fun in the booth, or in the studio. No, it'll be fun. It'll be not be fun without you, but
No, that's what you were implying.
But we're going to break down. It's HPI week, Jeff. You know what that is?
No.
Heavy playoff implications week. So a 5-yard penalty marked off against Poly makes it 3rd and 1. Line is the 49. Fajardo twisting and spinning in second effort. Slithers out of the hold of Paul Robles, and he's got the 1st down.
29, Louis Fajardo, the ball carrier, tackle number 82, Amore James.
Clock continuing to move here. All 3 timeouts left for Hillcrest. Sandoval split out to the far side. There's the play action over the middle, looking for Juju, and it's picked off. Elijah Williamson with the interception on the deflection. Williamson, the junior, catches the tip ball, and now Poly's in business. They got a couple of timeouts remaining.
What a great catch. Wow, right off the hands. Tip drill.
Williamson, the junior, kind of started a little bit, then they were kind of mixing him in. Jerron Gilbert really likes his skills, talked about his ball skills. You saw it right there. Bailey throwing it over the middle. It hits Juju on the hands, and then a nice play by Williamson to collect it at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Poly. Let's see what they can do. They have 77 seconds left till the half. Aguilar going to wind it up. Throws the out. It's complete to Joshua Dominguez-Wales right at the marker. 1st down.
Number 5, Joshua Dominguez-Wales.
He's now 10 of 13 through the air for 75 yards. First catch for Dominguez-Wales. Move the sticks up for Poly.
Great field awareness on that reception.
Ted Telemack calling the plays for Jerron Gilbert and Poly. Wales split out to the far side. Henry to the near side. Cruz Davis in the trips formation along with Padilla. Palomares is the setback. Aguilar the out. Complete to midfield. That's Cruz Davis.
Complete pass to number 7, Devontae Cruz Davis. Pushed out of bounds by number 32, Zaya Guerrero.
5th catch for 37 yards for Devontae Cruz Davis. Playing that kind of H-back, fullback, tight end hybrid spot. And again, just the maturity of Aguilar. Coming off the big performance last week. Not trying to do too much, Jeff.
No, and continue to do what you're doing. You're looking great.
They gave it a 6-yard completion, so 2nd down and 4. Rolling to the right side. He'll fling it. It's complete inside the 40. Making the catch is Matthew Padilla. So 9 yards and a 1st down. Third catch for Padilla. We start calling this Air Gilbert or Air Telemac, right? They're airing it out.
We didn't see this earlier this season.
Aguilar complete to Padilla. Padilla will get the 1st down and get out of bounds inside the 30 to about the 29.
But what Poly has done so well tonight is they're getting rid of the ball quick.
Yeah, I mean, this is vintage, this is Bill Walsh. This is vintage West Coast offense, Andy Reid. Sit down in the open spot in front of your defender, catch the ball. If you can make more yards, do it. Otherwise, just get out of bounds.
Yeah, they're slipping a receiver in the short part of the secondary, the middle, and then they do send a guy deep. So there's a lot of working parts on this offense right now.
So 37 seconds left, 3 timeouts left for Poly. Aguilar to throw. He's looking to the end zone. Richards with the defense, but to no avail. Touchdown. Joshua Dominguez-Wales. Josiah Richards gets mossed on that one. Touchdown Bears. 26-yard touchdown pass from Aguilar to Joshua Dominguez-Wales.
It seems like it's only the first quarter. It seems like they're scoring left and right, but we're almost here at halftime. Methodical drives leading to some big plays, though. And that was huge.
So a PAT away from tying it. Make sure you mark where Zaya Guerrero is, and Poly will call timeout. And, I mean, what'd you expect? Week 8, playoffs on the line. Both teams pulling out all the stops. There's a look at Jerron Gilbert is back to us, kind of walking over and talking to Larry Martinez. The locks flowing behind Ted Telemac there.
What do you think they're talking about? A nice little conversation.
There's a look at the huddle. There's Joshua Mason. He's the defensive coordinator for Hillcrest, kind of giving some instructions. Wow, so they're gonna try for 2 here. So Robles, the running back, with Aguilar. Here's the snap. Here's the throw. And incomplete. Mayweather knocks it away. So the 2-point conversion unsuccessful. Hillcrest will have 29 seconds left to nurse this 1-point lead. They have 3 timeouts, though, left, Jeff.
I might have kicked the extra point in that one. Yeah, that was one that just to get the points, maybe going to halftime tides,
Well, you and John Rice were talking about that with Kevin Argamosa yesterday.
I see. I was talking about 2 a lot. He was, and then honestly, I probably would have gone with just the point.
I was at a game about 20. Oh, there we go. So there we go. We got Pep Fernandez, the picture-in-picture, the old PIP.
Look at him. Hey!
He'll be with us at halftime. Great to see Pep. We'll also see him tonight on the Pep Rally. Here's the kickoff coming from Poly. Here's the return. This is Sandoval. Juju out of bounds over the 25. So he'll get up to the 28-yard line. They'll have 25 seconds to play with. There is Sandoval heading back. And let's see what the Trojans come up with here. Now, they've been really successful with the run game, but even with 3 timeouts, if they want to get something going, they're going to have to put the ball in the air. Of course, that's what got them in trouble last time, although, to be fair, it was off a deflection, the interception.
And we know Travis Carter can score quickly.
So Shaw split out to the far side, Sandoval in the far slot. 2 by 2, and they're just going to give the ball to Fajardo up the middle, and Louis will dive over the 30 to the 32. 4 more yards for him.
No timeout here, I think.
James with the tackle. So he's really stepped up in the place of Esch. And Hillcrest, knowing they're going to get the ball in the second half, are content to let the first half run out with a 1-point lead, 13-12. What do you think, Jeff?
Well, I just thought it was a really well coached game so far. Both quarterbacks have done a great job as far as tempo of the game. But I'll tell you what, Poly's really impressed me so far. I mean, they really came out, for a 1-6 team to come out and play Hillcrest to a 1-point game at half. Got to tip your caps off. The quarterback's playing great for Poly. Hillcrest hasn't had the ball as much, but a fun game so far. The first 24 minutes.
13-12 Hillcrest. We'll step out momentarily. We'll come back with Pep Fernandez breaking it down here at the half. Key matchup in the Sun Belt. Week 8, heavy playoff implications. Trojans 13, Poly 12. We got 20 more minutes of football left. Back after this.
Live local. Help support your favorite businesses with the Shop Riverside Community Card. With over 200 Riverside businesses giving exclusive discounts and offers to community card holders, there's something for everyone. Participating organizations sell these cards for only $15 each, with $10 going straight back to the organization itself, making the Shop Riverside Community Card a fantastic way to support your favorite local group. For more information about the Shop Riverside Community Card and to find participating businesses, please visit shopriversidenow.com. And don't forget to live local. Shop Riverside.
Welcome back, Wheelock Stadium. Gazelle Husson with you along with Jeff Gorham. We're going to be joined here by Pep Fernandez. Now, 11 o'clock, the Pep rally is going. Here's a little teaser. We got Pep out in the field right now, and he's got some scores and the highlights and update for you here at the half. 13-12 is our score. We'll throw it to Pep Fernandez.
Hey, Gazelle and Jeff, it sounds like you guys have a great battle on Riverside TV tonight, a 1-point game. Also, Royal Valley taking on Notre Dame, and as we're going live, looks like the Hawks are about to score. But right now in the second quarter, Notre Dame only trailing by 1. You can see right above my shoulder a 15-14 game. The Titans are within 1 of a Royal Valley here in Skyline League action. The Titans, of course, trying to get their first win of the season and trying to do it here on the road. I also want to touch on the Thursday night games that we had. Ramona with an easy 35-zip shutout win on the road at Supa Dupa Harupa Valley. We will have highlights of that game tonight on the Friday night Pep rally, and it was 35-zip Rams at halftime, and they would cruise to the victory. Also, Norte Vista winning at Rubidoux, but it was a close game for the Braves. The first 2 quarters of play, they only led by 1 at halftime, and it was very close. And I think head coach Ken Badorf would be the first to tell you that Norte Vista was kind of sleepwalking through the first half, but they still cruised to an easy victory on the road against Rubidoux. But after kind of stumbling and trying to find their footing in that first half against an always, Rubidoux team that's always well coached. They always play hard. They're not the biggest. They're not the fastest, but they always play hard for Riverside's most interesting man, Patrick Thompson Jr. So we're going to have highlights of that game as well. And let me see. I think there's one more. Oh, yeah. Liberty and JW North. That's another Riverside school that played on Thursday night. Highlights of that one as well on the Friday night Pep rally. But I'm keeping live tabs right now. Royal Valley and Notre Dame. The Titans are within 1 of the Hawks, trying to get their first win of the season. So, guys, I will see you tonight at 11 o'clock back in the Riverside TV studio. Gazal, Jeff, back to you guys.
Well, he'll see me. He won't see you. You're not coming.
He noticed he didn't want to even look at me. He was so upset. No, I can't be there tonight. Got some family obligations, but man, what a great show we have here in Riverside. Best product, best high school coverage, best college coverage of anybody in the nation. And make sure you tune in at 11 o'clock for all the scores highlights. And he forgot to mention our game last night, a great one between Rancho Christian and Arlington, which there will be highlights of that one as well.
13-12 here at Wheelock. We're back with the second half momentarily. Right now, the most dangerous band in Riverside, the Riverside Poly Contingent, coming out. You can see they're setting up there for their performance. Jeff and I will be back after this with our entire award-winning Riverside TV crew. Thanks to Pep Fernandez. Make sure you tune in tonight, 11 o'clock, the Friday night pep rally with Pep Fernandez. I'll be there and cast of thousands, and we'll break down all the highlights and the scores from this Friday. Week 8, Jeff. Week 8, HPI. Wow. Heavy playoff implications.
I love it. I love it.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Convenient curbside trash collection services promote a clean and healthy Riverside. To help us provide you with top-quality service, we ask you to follow a few key rules. When placing your trash containers for pickup, please observe the following. Place each container with at least 3 feet separation from each other and at least 6 feet from obstructions such as parked cars, fire hydrants, mailboxes, and trees. Your bin should be placed at the curb no later than 5:30 a.m. on your collection day with the arrow on the lid pointed toward the street to ensure your bins get emptied. If you are experiencing issues with your trash collection, or perhaps need a replacement for a damaged trash bin, please contact our customer service call center by using the 311 app or website, or by dialing 951-826-5311 to reach one of our customer service representatives. And for more information about trash services, recycling, or bulky items, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
Live local. Help support your favorite businesses with the Shop Riverside Community Card. With over 200 Riverside businesses giving exclusive discounts and offers to community card holders, there's something for everyone. Participating organizations sell these cards for only $15 each, with $10 going straight back to the organization itself, making the Shop Riverside Community Card a fantastic way to support your favorite local group. For more information about the Shop Riverside Community Card and to find participating businesses, please visit shopriversidenow.com. And don't forget to live local. Shop Riverside.
I'm Cheech Marin, and we're inviting you to reserve your spot for the inaugural showing of Cheech Collects. So get your tickets today. We're looking for you.
The Riverside Libraries have new hours and are now open on Sundays. Now you'll have more time to explore, study, and learn about the things that matter to you the most. The new hours for Arlington, Arlanza, Marcy, La Sierra, Orange Terrace, Eastside, and Casablanca libraries are Tuesday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., while the Downtown Main Library is open Tuesday to Thursday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Friday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. To find out more information about the new hours along with events and programs at the library nearest to you, visit riversideca.gov/library.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Convenient curbside trash collection services promote a clean and healthy Riverside. To help us provide you with top-quality service, we ask you to follow a few key rules. There are 3 different containers for your trash. The blue bin is for recyclables and should only be used for clean recyclable materials such as aluminum cans, cardboard, glass bottles, plastics, and styrofoam. The old brown bin, or new bin with gray lid, is for standard household trash and items not suitable for the other bins, such as animal waste, cactus, palm fronds, soil products, and other waste. The green barrel is for your grass clippings, leaves, weeds, and other plant materials, excluding palm fronds, cactus, and yucca. And please remember not to use any of the containers for heavy construction waste such as concrete. For a complete guide to sorting your trash, please visit riversideca.gov/publicworks.
Hi, welcome to the Riverside Energy Resource Center. I'm Chuck Casey, the Utility Generation Manager. The Riverside Energy Resource Center consists of 4 large generators. They're 50 megawatts each. They're vital during summer peak periods and year-round when we need the power. Each year, we get special permission to take a preventive maintenance outage. We found a piece of metal missing from a rotating blade, which caused some subsequent damage, and it was prudent maintenance practices to repair that damage before we operated again. In the summer peak period, that can be very important. That power would have to be replaced with some other power, possibly external to the city or from a different source, likely sometimes not available at all. Doing this preventive maintenance paid off. We found the problem, we all worked together to get the unit removed, up to the repair facility, and back while power demands were low so they can run their air conditioners and charge their electric vehicles. The Riverside Energy Resource Center has become more and more important each year. As we add more homes and more air conditioning load, more commercial industrial properties, having this large power plant within the boundaries of our electric system allows us to start the plant up during those peak demands to help the customers and greatly increase Riverside Public Utilities' reliability.
The Riverside City Clerk's Office's mission is to enhance community trust and promote equitable public services by providing accessible and efficient legislative support, digital services, and city records to residents, city council, city staff, and business partners. We prioritize fiscal responsibility and adapt innovative services to meet the ever-changing needs of the community. We strive to provide residents and businesses with responsive and optimal services. So what does that all mean? Our lean and high-performing team is divided among 3 important functions: legislative, administrative support, and resident services. Besides working as a partner with every city department, the city clerk's office is responsible for many public-facing duties such as our passport acceptance facility. The passport team averages over 6,000 applications processed annually, making us the most widely used and highest-performing passport facility in the region. As the keepers of the city's legislative historical record, we are the go-to office for public information requests. On average, our office fulfills over 1,600 requests a year with a 3-day average response time, much faster than the 10 days required by state law. Every 10 years after the U.S. Census, the city is required to redraw its ward boundaries to ensure equal representation, and the city clerk's office is an integral part of that effort. In 2022 and 23, we hosted and attended 40 community meetings to gather input from our residents on how we should reshape Riverside. Visit reshaperiverside.com to find out more about this process and to learn about Riverside's new ward boundaries. The city clerk's office is also responsible for municipal elections, as well as the onboarding and swearing in of all newly elected council members and newly appointed board and commission members. Our office processes all applications for new members and provides annual training for the city's legislative bodies. We provide staff and legislative support for 8 of the city's 18 boards and commissions. The city clerk's office also provides agenda processing for city council and committees, as well as the boards and commissions that we support, averaging over 200 agendas processed per year. As the City of Riverside's filing officer, the city clerk is responsible for processing financial disclosure forms for public officials as well as routing contracts for execution. All this work would not be possible without our dedicated team. City clerks truly are the grease that keep the wheels of municipal government turning, and our office is here to support Riverside's residents by ensuring that the decision-making process is transparent to the public, complies with federal, state, and local regulations, and is properly recorded. If you have a public records request, want to know more about the city's legislative history, or have an interest in running for public office, the Riverside City Clerk's team is here for you. To find out more, please visit riversideca.gov/cityclerk.
So today we're standing here in front of the Grandmother's Mural, and this is a mural done by an artist named Denise Silva, who is a fantastic artist in our community. And we found this mural when she submitted it for another proposal. And when we, the staff saw it, we said this has to go up somewhere in Riverside.
So I was a little intimidated by the, just setting in a concept, but I thought, this is something that I really wanted to do, and actually I just felt really called to submit it. I had become a grandmother, and the way the universe works, it sent this quote in my direction, and it was, "When the grandmothers from the 4 directions speak, a new time is coming." So the 4 directions are represented by the image of the 4 grandmothers: Tongva, people of the earth; Liseño, people of the west; Cahuilla, people of the desert; and Serrano, people of the pines.
When the 4 grandmothers get together, the folklore is that it's winds of change. And what we have done is, so that there is representation all throughout the community, is we have a grandmother at 4 different libraries throughout the community. And so they're all 4 different locations, but they come together here at the main library. And this main library was a big change for the community from what we've had before to what we are now.
Our elders, and them being, people that have given us love, that have protected us, have given us safe spaces. I would love for the community to feel that, because that was an intention that I really put into the work. I really wanted to give our indigenous people of the area, I wanted to give them some representation. I wanted to honor them. I wanted to uplift.
Welcome back to Wheelock Stadium. Ghazal and Jeff back with you. This is how it started. The block and the return by Hillcrest. Nana Osei getting Hillcrest off to the 6-0 lead. And then Aguilar taking it himself into the end zone. That came with 46 seconds left in the first quarter. And again, the extra point block. Zaya Guerrero flying in there to block it. Here's Bustamante pounding into the end zone to make it a 13-6 ball game. And here's the interception. A nice play by Elijah Williamson for the turnover. And then Polly later able to convert. Here's Aguilar. Had a very good first half. He finds Joshua Dominguez-Wales for a 26-yard touchdown strike. Josiah Richards got mossed on the play. And it's, again, another extra point missed, though. 13-12 in favor of Hillcrest in the first half. Some good numbers, though, for Poly. 191 total yards for the Bears. Aguilar, 14 of 17 through the air for 118 yards on the touchdown. He's also rushed for 25 yards and a TD. Just 87 total yards for Hillcrest, 55 of them coming from Fajardo. 9 carries, 55 yards for him. The touchdown run by Bustamante, and then obviously the block kick. So 2 big plays, the block kick for 6 for Hillcrest and the interception by Williamson, which Poly able to convert into a touchdown. So a couple of non-conventional plays converted into touchdowns, and we have a barn burner here. 13-12 Sun Belt League matchup, and this is it's funny to say it's week 8. It kind of is a must-win game for both teams.
It really is, and I tell you what, it's such a good league that they could get that fourth team in the league.
Still need wins.
You still got it. Like I was just gonna say, you need those wins. If you can get the wins, if you're Poly, you're still in it. If you lose it, you might be on the outside looking in.
So Noah Schreiber will tee it up. He is an exchange student from Spain, enjoying the American experience, being a kicker for the high school football team. Somebody should do a movie about that. That would be a fun teen movie.
From España.
From Spain, yeah.
I wonder what his favorite soccer team is.
Probably Barcelona.
Probably.
So 87 total yards for Hillcrest in the first half, 191, and we talked about that with the Bears. Their defense seems to have kind of reverted back to the mean, but their offense has been way more productive over the last couple of weeks. But in this case, Hillcrest will start with the ball in the second half. Schreiber sends it away. Juju from the 7. Here comes Sandoval up the middle, weaving. And Cruz Davis takes him down. They'll mark him up to about the 24-yard line. First and 10, Hillcrest.
We saw that first quarter, it was all Riverside Poly. In fact, the entire quarter.
I mean, aside from the block punt, Hillcrest didn't touch the football.
The ball at all.
What adjustments do you think Travis Carter made at halftime?
He said, hey, we got to stop them on defense so we can get the ball on offense for a little bit of time, for gosh sakes.
So Juju in the far slot, and here's Fajardo, and down he goes. And that's the big man stepping in. Amari James, who's playing for Garrett Etch, and I was talking to Coach Gilbert about, hey, what are you going to do for Etch? He goes, the next guy's got to step up, and he's a little coy, but Amari James has really acquitted himself well, knocking Fajardo back for a loss of a couple of yards. Second down and 13 coming up. Sandoval in the far slot. Give to Fajardo. Still on his feet, bouncing maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down coming up.
Yeah, and if you're Hillcrest, if you're going to win this game, you're going to have to be able to throw the football. Can't rely strictly on Fajardo, and they do have some weapons. We haven't seen Julian Sandoval make any giant plays yet.
Third down coming up. Now they'll throw. He's got time. Over the middle looking for Juju. A little bit underthrown. Incomplete.
Poly could get the ball here in pretty good territory.
Yeah, fourth down coming up. Demar Solis back to kick it away. Short kick, but a high kick. Will bounce inside Poly territory and take a nice Hillcrest bounce to the 41-yard line. So will end up being about a 34-yard kick, no return. But as you mentioned, Jeff, good field position for Poly.
And Poly was able to utilize that clock a lot in the first half. They can do that here in the second half. They can walk away with the victory here.
And they need one. Remember, they started 1-6 last year, and they ran the table. And the most impressive win, is funny, it wasn't any of the playoff wins. That last game when they played against Vista Del Lago in Week 10. Because remember, the Ravens were a very good team last year. And to be able to go on the road and win that, I think they won that one on the road. 1st and 10 from the 41. Palomares running left. Mejenez rides him down. He gets over the 45 to the 46, so a good run on first down for Palomares.
Yeah, if you're the Bears and you're getting 5, 6, 7 yards out of Palomares every time, then pepper it in with those quick passes.
8 carries now for Palomares, the converted baseball player. 37 yards on 8 carries. 2nd and 5 coming up. They'll go right back up the middle, and this time Gustavo Martinez there. So 3 more yards, though, close to a first down, 3rd and 2. Right on that Painter Tiger visage at midfield. So Henry split to the near side. They give it right back to Palomares, and he'll be stood up right at midfield. Let's see where they mark it.
Oh, they gave him a favorable spot. He's going to be about a foot short, maybe less.
Alfaro and Bustamante combine on the hit. Looks like the judge is standing right on the 50, so it is a 4th and 1.
It is a 4th, yeah.
So they're going to keep the offense on the field, and why not? Give to Palomares, and nothing doing. Jose Beltran, how do you do? Ball over on downs for Hillcrest. And we talked about it in the open, Jeff. No Ramos, no Vences. It means the defense needs to step up. And Coach Mason, who's the defensive coordinator, his unit has been very good this year.
Well, I think they stepped up huge. I mean, they were good in the first half. They had a hard time stopping the run, but they seem to have adjusted quite well here.
So now good field position for Hillcrest. I'd love to see them take a shot here. They got Sandoval split to the near side, trips to the top of the formation, and Josiah Richards now enters the game on offense. We didn't see him play one offensive snap in the first half. Fajardo running right. He's got some space. And finally spun down at about the 42-yard line. That was Amori James making the tackle. So a long way to go for about 5 yards for Fajardo.
Holds the ball in the right position. I mean, does everything correctly. He's just a little guy, but man, fun to watch.
Good story too, and Travis Carter is ecstatic about the success he has had. He's become a bit of a leader on this team. Trips to the far side, Sandoval split to the near side on 2nd down. A little bit of trouble with the snap. Here comes Matthews, and now Bailey's going to run for it. Bailey will have the first down. He'll weave up inside the 30. Step out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
So the sophomore is showing a little leg action.
It's about a 15-yard pickup there for Bailey. And remember, he had that big 20-some-yard loss, so he's got to make up for it. Nice job sliding inside Zuniga there. And then Williamson gets past Gaines, and Williamson finally escorts him out of bounds. They officially put him at the 28. So call it a 14-yard pickup. McDowell lining up, kind of flex out as the H-back. Far side Sandoval, near slot Richards. Split to the near side Shaw. Fajardo takes it left side. Fajardo trying to turn the corner inside the 20 before he's brought down. Devin Harden there on the tackle. Combining with Jason Bahena. They mark it to the 17-yard line. It's about a 10-yard pickup and a first down for Fajardo on the play. From the 17, 1st and 10. And a little bit of a cross-up there, lost back to the 23-yard line. Bahena chasing down Bailey. About a 6-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, they snapped it to him.
Early snap. Somebody forgot the snap count. So a 7-yard loss back to the 24. Clock moving here in the 3rd quarter. Bailey stepping up to the end zone, incomplete. And some miscommunication there will bring up third down.
I think he just, he's his first game, like you said, he played all week with the first team finally. And I think, timing's going to be off.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you can do a lot in practice. It's hard. You're a coach.
Yeah.
Gain speed.
And that pocket closed pretty quickly.
In practice, you don't have Benji Matthews barreling at you in full speed. And I've been very impressed with Amari James. Third down. Looking for Juju. One-on-one, incomplete. Michael Gaines on the coverage. Fourth down coming up for for Hillcrest.
Incomplete pass intended for number 2, Julian Sandoval.
So Poly's done a nice job. They've kind of figured out in terms of shutting down the passing game. Good coverage, kind of disguising that coverage probably is Paul Robles, who's running the defense now. Remember last year, Jerron Gilbert called the defense. When I talked to him earlier this year, he said, I wanted to step back. I want to have my hand on both sides of the football, so kind of gave up the defensive play calling, but he's still very involved in the defense. Fourth down. Down the field for Richards, incomplete. Shaw also running underneath. Williamson on the coverage, along with Leon Shorter. Ball over on downs to Poly.
And not a bad play call. I mean, fourth down, you're the 24-yard line. Not a bad play there. Just a little bit overthrown.
Richards and Shaw. 13-12, 6:54 to play in the third quarter. So here comes Aguilar out there, following up on last week's performance with another good one. 14 of 17 in the first half for 121 yards for Victor Aguilar. He was 17 of 19 last week, and here's Palomares pounding up to the 29-yard line. So about a 5-yard pickup for Palomares. 11 carries for Palomares. He's got 46 yards. He'll kind of hobble off. Another look at it. Good block there.
By Austin Templeton, who's made an appearance.
So Templeton not on the offensive line, but playing some defense. Four-yard pickup on the play, spinning with the football there. Change of pace from Jordan Mounts.
Poly's called a pretty solid game, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's when they flipped their fortunes last year, Jeff, when they turned the play calling over to Ted Telemack. Their offense kind of shifted up a little bit into second gear, and they rode all the way to the CIF final. First down, lining at the 34. Aguilar's going to fling it. Cruz Davis with the catch at about the 38, maybe 4 yards on the play.
How good was Cruz Davis in that first half? Man.
6 catches now for him for 41 yards, just kind of taking what they're giving him.
It is. It's a little hybrid of this West Coast offense. I love it.
West Coast principles, that's what they say now.
Is that what they say? Is that the buzzword?
It used to be concepts. Now it's principles. Play action, thrown to Cruz Davis. First hit was Mayweather, and finally Bernal brings him down up to the 44-yard line. 5 more yards. They'll move the sticks.
I had a dream last night, and it involves football, because everybody talks about the running back room, the quarterback room. I had a dream I was in a hallway, and they had different rooms. Tackle room, the quarterback room. That is the vernacular they use now, right? Oh, I want to be in that quarterback room.
They have a good quarterback room. They have a good QB room.
I want to see the punter's room.
Dominguez Whale split to the far side. Here's Matthews in motion. Option Aguilar. He's going to pull it down, then throw it deep. He's got a man wide open. Did he catch it? He did. At the 28-yard line. 26-yard pickup. And that's what happens when you have confidence. Aguilar. Oh, now they're going to call it back.
Here, let's see if it is. It hit the floor. That's a good call.
So incomplete.
Everybody's yelling and screaming. All they have to do is watch it. They can go home tonight and watch it. That was a good call.
2nd and 10. Ball back to the 44 of Poly. 13-12. It's a good one. Winding down here in the third quarter. The clock stops on the incomplete pass. My name's Ghazal Hassan. He's Jeff Gorham. Our entire award-winning Riverside TV crew is with us. Shout out my man Ross Jordan. Ball on the turf. Still loose. Matthews going to fall on it. Guerrero went and took out Aguilar. Lost back to the 35. So a 9-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd and very long. Just slipped through his fingers.
Like he had baby oil on it. Or Jergens.
It was like Grand Moff Tarkin in Star Wars. The more you tighten your fist, the more soul system will slip through your fingers. Isn't that what Princess Leia told him?
That's right.
3rd and 19. Aguilar with time, looking, throwing. Oh. Nice play by Guerrero. The deflection. Bernal was on the initial coverage. Remember, Cruz Davis caught one off a bobble earlier, and Guerrero was going to make sure it wasn't going to happen again. Guerrero with the hit brings up 4th down. That could be a clutch defensive play for the Trojans, Jeff.
That was a huge play right there.
Was it huge or was it huge? Watch this. So he's looking at it, and Guerrero just makes sure it gives him a little bit of a tap.
Let's go huge.
So here's Long to punt it away. Remember, we saw him against North, and then he did it earlier when he did the fake and ran for the first down. This would be a bit of a longer run.
Oh.
Kick in the air is going to be a short one. It'll bounce at the 44-yard line, so it'll officially be a 9-yard kick. Good field position for Hillcrest.
Well, you don't want that. You don't want. That was a tough one.
So Trojans with the lead, 13-12, 3:35 left to play in the third quarter here. Key Sun Belt League matchup. Hillcrest 1-1, Poly 0-2 in league play. Sandoval to the top of the formation. Here's Fajardo spinning, and he'll finally be brought down. I believe that was Matthews bringing him down. Indeed, it was.
Temecula Valley, and who was that?
King, 10-0.
10-0. 10-3. So we're going to have Jason McMains next week versus the Rams of Murrieta Mesa.
Oscar McBride played for Lou Holtz. He's the head coach at Murrieta Mesa. I mean, I'm interested to talk with him this week. 2nd and 10. Fajardo running inside, puts the shoulder down up to the 40. So 4 more yards. He's going to be sore tomorrow. Matthews in on the tackle. Also in on the tackle, Logan McGrath. 3rd down. Third down from the 40. Call it 3rd and 6. Fajardo right up the middle. He's got the first down. Michael Gaines with the tackle. Also Devin Harden. Warren graduated a long time ago. He pounds down to the 32-yard line. 8 more yards for Fajardo and a first down.
Man, Fajardo is really tough to stop. He's taking a beating, just keeps getting on up.
Louie, and players love him. His buddies rally around him. Vences unavailable. They went right to Fajardo. Pounds inside the 30 for about 3 more yards. Does Louis Fajardo.
Now, I want to be one of his buddies. He's a tough guy.
165 yards on 15 carries last week. 11 yards a pop against Hemet. Bulldogs are no joke, Jeff. That's a tough team. Clock moving, 2nd and 7. Fajardo. Little hop, skip, and a jump up to about the 25.
He moves like Yoda in Attack of the Clones.
Troy Truitt.
I'm going to carry him on my shoulders in a backpack. I'm going to train him.
Nice
Look at
job.
that. Great move.
That's a good call. Troy Truitt bringing him down. About a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, Fajardo, if you reach out to me, I'll put you in a backpack.
Yeah, it's kind of like Yoda in the lightsaber thing.
Yeah,
He's jumping around.
Yeah, I'm going to carry. I want you to train me.
Do or do not, Jeff. There is no try. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throwing. He's got a man. Gains on the coverage. It's incomplete. He was looking for Sandoval.
Incomplete pass intended for number 2, Julian Sandoval, defending on the play. Number 2, Michael Gaines.
It's a good matchup. Another look at it.
They're two great athletes.
Sandoval almost reeled it in, had the ball on his hip, and Bailey took a hit right as he released the football. And that's what they were concerned about when I was talking with Joshua Mason and Ahmad Noor. This, they liked actually how Bailey responded last week. Fajardo out of the backfield. And down he goes. Michael Gaines read that play all the way. They'll pick up a yard on the play, but it won't be enough. So Fajardo with his first catch of the day, and ball over on downs to the Bears. So this has been this is what Pep Fernandez likes to call a slobber knocker. The defense is just going back and forth, and what a game for Michael Gaines.
Well, he's just so quick, and he anticipates well.
Son of a coach.
Must be, huh? You mean Michael Gaines?
Yeah.
Senior?
He's always very pleasant with us.
Always Michael Gaines, one of the nicest human beings ever. The entire family, great people.
1st and 10 from the 25. Here's Palomares. Dives up to the 26-yard line. Mejinas makes the tackle. Got some help on the play. Did Miguel Mejinas from Ivan Padilla.
Remember, I was a coach's son. What happened to me?
Son of a coach, yeah. Football's different, though. Basketball, you can be a little eccentric. Here's Henry at the 25. Up to the 30 and not quite.
That's great defense right there.
Richards wrapped him up, and then it looked like Bernal came in and cleaned it up.
Number 81, Matt Henry. Tackle by number 32, Zaya Guerrero.
So 3rd catch for Henry, but not much in terms of yardage. Guerrero kind of slows him down, and then here comes Bernal.
And they ran that play in the first half and got some great yardage out of it. That time, though, they figured that one out.
4's up here at Wheelock. 13-12 in favor of Hillcrest here, and no points put up in the 3rd quarter, although both teams moved the ball. Get a look at Ted Telemack there. He's the offensive coordinator, kind of exhorting his troops. He's the one in the pink socks. As you see Jerron Gilbert kind of striding behind them. 2nd-year head coach for Riverside Poly. Played at San Jose State and in the National Football League. Coached at the high school level and the junior college level. Was the defensive coordinator and D-line coach for Jurupa Valley under your friend Hugo Navarez.
Great. I mean, he's been around a lot of great coaches. We were talking earlier this year of all the different people he has been around. Was an assistant coach at Long Beach City.
Brett Peabody. 3rd and 8. I was talking with him before the game as Aguilar is going to throw on 3rd down, complete to Padilla up to about the 36-yard line, and they'll move the sticks.
And Poly's in a good situation right here. They've chewed the clock well. I think, if we had the stats, minutes, I'd say Poly has had more minutes with the football. But just down 1 point here, they can make a big run here.
Line's a 36. There's the 1st and 10 handoff. Palomares, Mejinas brings him down about the 39-yard line. 3 more yards for Palomares. Last week against Rancho Christian, 27 carries, 207 yards, and just Coach, when I talked to Coach Gilbert, said, that the kid's got so much heart. He runs so hard, and just he wants the ball. He wants to find a way to make things happen. 2nd and 7. Option. Aguilar, the pitch to Palomares. He'll have the first down and more. Dives up near midfield. Mayweather got underneath. And finally cleaning up over top was Padilla, but moved the sticks.
And that's twice they've run the option pretty well tonight. That one even better.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback executing it well. And the sticks move up the ball all the way to midfield. Clock moving, as are the Bears. Now you see Pendleton back in there. He wasn't in earlier, so I don't know if it was an injury situation or what that was about. First and 10, midfield. Aguilar looking. He's covered. Now he's trying to buy some time, and he'll just run it. And Bustamante escorts him out after about 6 yards. So call it 2nd and 4. So change in the backfield. Jordan Mance checks in. So Dominguez Wales to the near side. Right next to him, Cruz Davis. 2nd down. They'll give it to Mance. Mance dances for the first down. Bustamante brings him down. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, no flag. I think we're good.
No flag. All right. So Mance with the first down.
Pretty nice sized crowd here at Wheelock. Both sides pretty packed.
Cruz Davis with the catch. Guerrero will shove him out after about a 2-yard pickup. 8th catch for Cruz Davis.
Another great play there.
What does that mean when he's tapping his helmet? I'm kidding. That means they want to come out.
Yeah, he was struggling to run there. A little concern there.
4th quarter, 13-12, Hillcrest leading in the matchup of new teams in the Sun Belt. 6-team league now. Henry split to the far side, trips to the near side of the screen. Rolling to the near side and throwing is Aguilar, and it's short hopped, incomplete. Intended receiver on the play for Poly was Jaden Meacham. 3rd down.
Yeah, Aguilar was not happy with that throw, and as soon as he left his hands, you could see the seething anger of his pass.
He's 19 of 24 through the air, so he's been very efficient. Henry split to the far side. Dominguez Wales nearest to us in the trips formation. Closest to the formation is Padilla. Here comes pressure from Bustamante. Aguilar going for it all down the field. He's got a man. Touchdown! Matthew Padilla. 36-yard touchdown strike. Victor Aguilar with the dime.
And Aguilar saw it, let it go. I think as soon as he let go of it, he knew it was a touchdown. That was a great throw, great play by the receiver and quarterback.
2nd TD pass for Aguilar today, and it'll give Poly a lead 18-13. Let's see what they do. Will they kick or will they go for 2? So Aguilar has run for 1 and thrown for 2. And looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Yeah, I guess there's no point to kicking it, right?
Yeah, make it a 7-point game.
Henry to the top of the screen. Split to the near side is Padilla.
A smart timeout here called by
Hillcrest.
Travis Carter.
So the defense seems to have found its footing for the Bears. After giving up 43 points on average the last 3 weeks, they've done a nice job against Hillcrest, holding them to 13. And we've seen kind of the evolution of their offense you were talking about, Jeff, as Victor Aguilar seems to definitely have found his stride, especially today. Unofficially, I have him He's 20 of 25 through the air. For 199 yards.
Yeah, just, for a team that's, 1-5. Are they 1-5? 1-6. 1-6. He seems very poised, seems very confident. You got to love that from him.
I mean, this is right where the Bears were last year when they went on that run, unlikely run to win 6 straight and get to the D11 final, where they played Ramona and the Rams took that one. So let's see what they do here. They give it to Robles, and he will not get it. Alfaro was there along with Martinez, and I think Beltran came in at the end, so conversion no good. 18-13, and this is another thing, I talked to Jerron Gilbert about this. I'm going to look at it. Here's the touchdown pass. And just Padilla just slips past the coverage. And, last week is a perfect example. They thought they had put it away, and then all of a sudden, Rancho Christian comes back with the late TD. And a couple of times we were here for Poly and Ramona.
And Poly can play some defense here. They have an absolute shot.
Schreiber, the Spaniard, will kick it away. Exchange student from Spain, getting the full American experience from the 10. Here's Sandoval. Juju with a move. Finally, a bunch of Bears shows up and drops him at the 30-yard line. So 20-yard return, 1st and 10, and Hillcrest now needs to navigate for a touchdown. They trail by 5.
It has to go to that guy, Julian Sandoval.
I wonder if you'll see kind of what we've been seeing from Aguilar, from
some short passes
from Bailey, getting the ball out of his hands quickly, just getting it to the playmakers. 1st and 10. Here's Fajardo. Louis pounding, and he'll be flung down. That's Michael Gaines. They'll mark him up to the 31. They'll give him a yard on the play.
I think they're putting Michael Gaines directly on Fajardo because those two have met each other quite a few times tonight.
So Fajardo now up to 95 yards on 19 carries unofficially. Had 165 on 15 carries last week against Hemet. 2nd and 9. Richards makes the catch up over the 35 to the 36. Little quick hitch, 5 yards. First reception to Richards. 3rd down. There's Josiah Richards. Sandoval split to the near side, trips to the far side. Bailey under pressure, steps up. And then down he goes. He got away from Matthews, and then Robles upended him, maybe a little bit past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, quick move to get open or get out of the pocket, but Bears everywhere. Watch it. Very athletic move.
And Travis Carter's going to elect to play field position. He'll bring on his punter. Amar Salis will kick it. Gaines back for Poly, standing at the Bears 35. High snap goes over his head. At that point, you got to take the safety. Now Poly is knocking on the door. I mean, you kick the ball out of bounds, it's still a 7-point game.
Yes.
And that's just awareness. That's experience and awareness. And we always talk about, why don't you catch the punt? Well, at this point, he's got to understand that just take the ball, kick it out of the end zone. Right there, boom. Now he falls on it. It's going to be 1st and goal for Poly. You basically are handing them a touchdown.
Yeah, that's one you just, you pick up and kick. Just kick it off the ground.
I mean, that staff, Travis Carter,
yes,
he likes guys with high, football IQs. That's a little bit of a surprise coming from Hillcrest. Here's the give to Robles, and Beltran will twist him down. At this point, obviously, if you're Poly, you want to score, but more importantly, you just want to burn clock here.
Yeah, if you can burn as much clock as you can, you're on the 4-yard line? 3-yard line. Hey, take your time.
I mean, to be fair, it's tough, man. Like, people are coming at you. It's a loud crowd. And
if you don't
can't
know
hear anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Henry to the top of the screen. Dominguez Wales to the near side. In the near slot, Matthew Padilla. Aguilar option. Aguilar touchdown. Second trip to pay dirt for Aguilar. Had an 8-yard run earlier, and slow to get up, hit the ground hard, but that could be the coup de grace for Poly. And they've been so close in a couple of different games. They punch it in here after the errant snap on 4th down, and hopefully Victor Aguilar is okay. Sells it well. And then just hit the edge. I don't know. I thought maybe Guerrero fell on him, but he did not. He just hit the ground hard.
I think he landed on the ball, to be honest with you. I think
hopefully just the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he's fine.
Jerron Gilbert over there. And it's funny because, when he went down, when he was slow, this is a game he does not want to come out of.
No, of course not.
2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs for Victor Aguilar. And we talked about it early in the game. I mean, just his maturity since last year, over the course of last year, and now this year as a leader in that huddle for Jerron Gilbert and Ted Telemack on the offense.
Yeah, he's going to have a big football bruise on this side.
So long on to try the PAT. Already a 2-score game. Be a huge win for the Bears here. It's still 6:40 left, but we've seen this before. Trojans jump. Were they drawn? There's Larry Martinez. So they'll mark it off, and maybe a choice here for Jerron Gilbert. Oh, they're declining now.
I think that's a good call.
Back to Larry Martinez. It's deja vu all over again. Jerron Gilbert having a discussion with the line judge, trying to figure out what strategy he should employ. And they'll move it forward. But we've seen special teams be really big here this evening, Jeff. Block punt, couple of blocked extra points, and then an errant snap on a punt. PAT is good, 25-13. Another look back at the Aguilar run. That's the Aguilar touchdown, his second touchdown run of the evening, and Poly now out in front of Hillcrest 25-13. They've shut the Trojans out here in the second half. Schreiber to kick it away.
But how many times have we seen Hillcrest? Remember, they were the comeback kids.
Yeah, no, they don't mind this at all. 2 timeouts left for Travis Carter. Remember, he's down 2 offensive starters. Here's Sandoval from the 2. Juju trying to make some room here. Tries to cut through the wedge, but he'll be stopped right about the 20-yard line. Now, making the tackle on the play was Ricky Gonzalez, but how about Amori James getting down the field in coverage? The defensive end who's stepping in for Garrett Etch. What a big game he has had for Poly tonight.
There were a lot of green jerseys surrounded, just one white jersey there.
So from the 22 officially, 20-yard return by Sandoval. It's a 1st and 10. Quick throw, caught by Shaw. Shorter with the tackle immediately at the 29. 7-yard completion. Second catch for Shaw. He's got 26 yards. 7th completion in 12 attempts for Bailey.
Yeah, they're going to have to go a little...
6 completion.
A little tempo here.
2nd down. Over the middle, looking for Sandoval, incomplete.
Yeah, both secondaries have been pretty darn good defensively all night. We haven't had any PI calls.
So Shaw and Richards will flip sides. Jacob McDowell also on the far side. There's Sandoval split out to the near side for Hillcrest. 3rd down. Fajardo the setback.
I think you're going to call this on Hillcrest.
Larry Martinez is the law. He'll explain to everybody.
Oh, I think they're just going to pick up the... Are they picking up the flag? What is that? Oh, I think they're talking about the music. That's been bothering me all night, Gazal, by the way. As you have the band and you have a DJ, they keep playing right before the snap. I know there's some rules to that.
3rd down. Here's the gift to Fajardo. Past the first contact, he won't get it. He'll slither up to the 31-yard line. He'll be just short. Jace Bahena on the tackle. So 4th down coming up.
Yeah, that's kind of been annoying me tonight, Gazal, to be honest with you.
There are definitely rules to that.
Yeah, and we've seen it a few times. I remember Ken Batdorf.
That's right.
That's right. They almost kicked out the whole band. But the DJ's been playing music right up until the snap.
Jumbo package in. Direct snap, and they won't get it. Benji Matthews blowing it up. Matthews got there along with Harden. No go for the Trojans. Another big stop for Poly. Bears baring their fangs here against the Trojans. Great adjustments in the second half by Poly on defense. Paul Robles, the defensive coordinator, and obviously Jerron Gilbert kind of overseeing everything. They really have all game actually, but definitely in the second half.
They really took control and really of the line as well. You can tell Hillcrest is a little bit tired.
Palomares right into the arms of Fajardo. Bustamante shows up as well.
Number 22, Nicholas Palomares.
15th carry for him. He'll get inside the 30 to the 29.
Poly with 3 timeouts. Hillcrest with 2 left.
And definitely want to acknowledge the big boys up front. Marcus Morales, Andre Johnson, Ryder Calderon, Tristan Clark, Austin Templeton. Cupertino Herrera also got in for a couple of series for Poly, and they're just doing the job. Winding the clock down. Under 5 minutes to play in this one. They have a pretty comfortable lead here. Would love to add more. To give up the middle, Palomares up to the 26-yard line. 3 more yards.
Number 22, Nicholas Palomares. Ball carrier, tackle number 5, Robert Bustamante.
Bustamante on the tackle. So 66 yards on 16 carries.
45-8.
River Valley League, Patriot.
Over La Sierra, 45-8.
45-8. Chris Fowler's team grinding away. 3rd down coming up. 4-man front here for Hillcrest. They'll drop 7. Palomares into the teeth of the defense, and they'll close it up. Second effort will get him a little bit closer. They'll mark him down at the 23. 4th down and 2 coming up.
There's a timeout called by Hillcrest, so they'll have 1 left.
4th and 2 here. I guess you just hand it to Palomares, right?
That's it.
You get it, you get it. If not, then Hillcrest has 78 yards to go. Get a look at the Hillcrest huddle there. Here are the Bears. Coach Gilbert giving them the instruction. There's on the right side, you see there with the headset and the braids. That's Coach Ted Telemack. Right next to him is Jerron Gilbert.
I want Telemack's hair. That's a good hair.
I always think of Corey Glover from Living Color. Remember?
Yeah.
Cult of Personality. That's a big song now with the kids because of wrestling.
It is?
Yeah, there's some wrestler. That's his theme song. 4th and 2. Great song either way. The great Vernon Reed on guitar. 4th and 2. Option. Aguilar, pitch to Palomares, and he'll get stopped. That was Josiah Richards coming up and making the stop. Ball over on downs to Hillcrest. Another look at it. Bustamante with the, I'm sorry, that's Mejanez with the read. And then coming over and making the play is Richards. So you're saying there's still a chance, Jeff?
Slight, small, sliver.
And to be fair to Hillcrest, obviously you're not playing with your starting running back, and more importantly, you're not playing with your starting quarterback. And we know how dynamic Matthew Ramos has been for the Trojans.
Hopefully he comes back.
Bailey looking down the field. Here's Sandoval. Juju can't come up with it. Good defensive play, but here comes the flag. That was Padilla on coverage. So they're going to, is the flag going to be on Hillcrest? That's interesting. No, it'll be a 15-yarder against Poly, so it'll move the sticks up.
I think Hillcrest wishes it was the NFL rule. What is it? His pass interference is a spot foul, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. Not a bad play, though, defensively.
I thought that was pretty good defense.
Yeah, I mean, great defense, but why not pick up that penalty? It's a 15-yarder.
Over the middle, intercepted by Gaines. Was looking for Richards. Here's Gaines coming the other way. Michael Gaines upended by Fajardo. He'll bring it back to the 25-yard line. Second interception by Poly. That one by Michael Gaines.
Boy, he's had a great game, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, he has been all over the field.
Greatest defensive player I ever saw was Lawrence Taylor. But after him, it's close, Ed Reed. And Gaines having an Ed Reed-ish type of game.
Is he third?
No, he's second.
But no, Michael Gaines Jr.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying in terms of what Ed Reed could bring.
Yes. I thought you were going to put him in your top 3.
Well, listen, I had a friend who played in the NFL. He told me that whenever Ed Reed came, you were scared because he was a fringe guy, right?
Yes.
Because Ed Reed played special teams, and he goes, "You see Ed Reed on special teams, you're like, uh-oh, I could get cut if the wrong thing happens." 1st and 10 from the 26. Here's the give up the middle. This is Palomares pounding. Touchdown. 26 yards to pay dirt, and that is the coup de grace for the Bears. And with that run, Jeff, Palomares at 100 yards even on 18 carries. 31-13, the PAT upcoming, and just a tough night for Hillcrest. PAT is good from Maddox Long, and there we go. Here's the interception by Gaines. He was looking for Richards, and Gaines comes up with it, brings it all the way back to the 26, and one play later, Palomares takes it in for Poly. And, it's been a long time coming they were so close to the Bears in about 3 previous games. That game against Silverado was 12-7 late. We were here for Poly Ramona. Then last week against Rancho Christian, they easily could have won all 3 of those games. They did not. And when I talked to Coach Gilbert, he said, hey, losing late stings. We got to finish games. They're finishing tonight.
Well, they've definitely finished. They've shown that they have their offense. Remember we said before the game they had to score the football. They've scored tonight, and they've done it all different ways.
As Noah Schreiber lines it up for the kickoff. Drives it. Sandoval at the 9. Over the 20 to about the 24, it'll say 23-yard line. So a 14-yard return. He said a couple things. He said, the positives we take is, hey, we faced this adversity. And he said, listen, this group was still with me. And what he liked about him is, listen, I don't, the result is the result, but we need to build and fight. And they've continued to fight. They've continued to compete. And we've kind of seen it bear its fruits here tonight. They'll record their first win more than likely in league play to go to 1-2. And it's going to be a tough jumble at the end because Rancho Christian now 3-0 and Hemet 3-0 as well. Here's Benji Matthews. Getting away from him is Bailey, and down he goes. Got away from Matthews but couldn't get away from Bahena. Jace Bahena with the tackle. And that's actually Villasenor in the game, new quarterback for Hillcrest. Alexander Villasenor, he's a sophomore, played against Corona and La Sierra. Actually threw a pass against La Sierra, had a 15-yard run as well in that one. Ball on the turf, and Poly got it. Turnover. That center exchange. Troy Truitt, the freshman, making the recovery.
Head bounced right off his knee.
Yeah, hit him in the knee. You want that to be automatic, and sometimes it isn't. Next week, Poly goes to Valley View, and they wrap up against Arlington here at home on Thursday on Halloween night. Those will be some great colors. Arlington and Poly playing on Halloween night here at Wheelock.
Yes, they are.
Here's the give to Palomares, and he'll go down.
Number 22, Nicholas Palomares.
And at this point, they're just trying to burn the clock. Reyes Ortiz in on the tackle. So the Bears shutting out Hillcrest here in the second half. 20 unanswered points from Poly.
And that's what is really most impressive.
Actually 26 in his 13-6 game. Yeah, needed to get a win. They got it. So Valley View and Rancho Christian, the two remaining games for Hillcrest. They'll play Rancho Christian next week, and they'll play Valley View on November 1st. Palomares up the middle into Bustamante. Brings him down at about the 10-yard line, just short of the first down.
Number 45, Nana Osei.
Palomares now 20 carries. Unofficially have him for 109 yards. Well, make sure 11 o'clock you tune in. The Friday night pep rally with Pep Fernandez. I will be there. Jeff will not.
I am not.
We're going to lose all our audience because you're not there, Jeff. Nobody, you're very unpredictable. You're very Charles Barkley, Bill Walton-esque. Nobody can predict what you're going to say.
I'm just sad I can't be there tonight.
Kneel down from Aguilar, and that'll do it. 32-13, the final. Riverside Poly over Hillcrest. The Bears, their first win in Sunbelt League play here in 2024. They rise to 1-2. The Trojans disappointed. They fall to 1-2 in league play and 5-3 overall. And we said it coming in, you know, the two losses to Hillcrest were both to undefeated teams. And Poly came in, they're 1-6. Their opponent record, Jeff, where they're winning 75% of their games. 31-10-1 were their opponents coming in today. And the teams will shake hands at midfield. Teams played last year, and Poly won that one 14-6. They've now won 3 out of 4 against Hillcrest. Your final thoughts?
I just think Poly had a great game plan. They did everything they were supposed to. They made short passes. Their defense really held up, and they just played smart football.
Wow, 3 unanswered touchdowns for the Bears, and Temecula Valley leads King 24-10. We have King next week against Murrieta Mesa. Things getting a little more interesting.
That's a really big shocker right there. I thought King would get him, but man,
it's still the third quarter. So they can still get it.
That's still a lot of points there given up, but a great game tonight by both teams. I should say Riverside Poly played phenomenal. Michael Gaines Jr. was great. The quarterbacks, the entire team, they just had a perfect game.
Victor Aguilar stepping up. That's something to watch going forward. And obviously Palomares and the defense. The defense of Poly, they had a huge bounce back after last week against Rancho Christian. For Jeff Gorham and our entire award-winning Riverside TV crew, my name's Ghazal Hassan. We'll talk to you next week, and we'll see you later tonight on the pep rally. The final tonight from Wheelock Stadium, Riverside Poly 32, Hillcrest 13. So long, everybody.